All right, we're here with Coach Roger Durant. How you doing, Coach?
Good.
It's been great catching up with you today. I wanted to do a little quick interview with you for the old Miramonte Matadors to see what you're up to and get a little bit of history of you. So you were talking about how you came from the East Coast. Where'd you grow up?
In Ramsey, New Jersey, Bergen County.
Okay, and you played high school football, and so you were a tight end, you said? Tight end. And any other sports there, too?
I played, I lettered in football, basketball, baseball, and track.
Okay, you're a busy guy. And then you went on to prep school, and then to, was it Springfield College?
Springfield College.
Okay, played football there, too?
Yeah.
And after that, got a little stint with the New York.
I had a cup of coffee with Sam Baugh and the New York Titans.
That's awesome. Sammy Baugh was Hall of Famer from one of the earliest guys, right?
Yeah.
And so what brought you out to California to teach, to Miramonte? That was your first job, right?
Yeah, it was coincidence, really. It was. I was looking for somewhere to go to get a master's degree. I thought I'd get in case I wanted to teach in college, you would need the master's. And I met a guy that put me on to Cal Poly, and it was the perfect school for me. I went there, I loved it. We had good professors, very helpful, and I ended up getting my master's there.
Okay. And then you applied for the job at Miramonte pretty young then, right? Like 25 or so?
I was 26.
1963?
1963.
Okay. And so you started out coaching football and wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how was your experience over the years at Miramonte? You were there like a long time, right? Like
I was very fortunate. I was very, very fortunate to have landed in the Acalanes Union High School district. Believe me, it was, and being at Miramonte High School, it was the top public school, one of the top districts in the state. And it was, the school was terrific, very academic, tremendous community, a lot of support, and a lot of smart kids. And as I said, they made me look good for 30 years.
So you were there from 63 to 97, was it?
97.
Okay. And so you were the head coach in wrestling, and a lot of the time you were a JV coach in football, right?
JV, yeah, JV.
Okay. And you coached with Paul Yearberry a number of years, right?
Yeah.
What are your recollections of Coach? What were your recollections of Coach Yearberry?
Well, he was an outstanding. He was a very bright man. He was. I would just say the kids loved him. Kids loved him. He was a wonderful coach. He was very empathetic, for lack of a better word. Very considerate of the kids. Worked them hard. But very positive.
It's so amazing. And I have some colors in
Me too. So that's
someone, as we talked about before, Paul was going to criticize someone. It was always a positive nature. If you didn't learn, something from Paul's criticism, he didn't bother. But he was all about the kids. He was all for the kids. He was an outstanding coach. He was an outstanding teacher. And he was an intelligent guy. He was a terrible loss when he passed away.
So hard to lose him so young.
Oh, 1 year from retirement.
Oh, boy. So who were some of the best wrestlers and football players you remember working with over the years?
Well, there was Deke Ballard, and there was Scott Hale. Holy cow.
These two are eyes.
There were so many, really. Gary Gromman played Cal.
That is the color wheel that I look horrible.
I would say, let's see, moving down the line.
You ended up coaching for a year.
Well, of course, the team of 1984.
Yeah.
But we had a string of outstanding quarterbacks.
Yeah.
God, their names. Hess went to Princeton. And there was one young man.
Dorsey,
their names,
Dorsey
I can see
and
their
Bennett.
faces. but their names slip away.
Yeah, Dorsey and Bennett and
Oh, Dorsey and Bennett and Smith and
Gillum.
there was
Some have red.
well, a few Robbins.
Yeah.
Doug Robbins is one of the greatest athletes to ever come out of Miramonte High School. Terrific,
Yeah.
very bright man, and terrific athlete.
And you had Miramonte's best wrestler ever, maybe best wrestler ever, McDonald, his freshman year, right?
Well, I'll tell you, I would say during my tenure, the 33 years that I was involved in wrestling, it was Jim Turman.
Oh, okay.
In 1965, graduated. He was a two-time state finalist.
Okay.
And if he'd have had a coach who was a little older, he'd have been a state champion. And another young man by the name of Henry Harris graduated in 87. And Henry compiled a record.
Thank you.
I think he had a 3-year, 4-year record of 130 matches. He had 110 pins.
Oh, wow.
That's how tough
Doesn't
he
get
was.
much better than that.
And those are the two most outstanding wrestlers during my tenure. And of course, McDonald down the road, in terms of Miramonte history, you could put him in there. And also, there were 3 young men prior to my coming to Miramonte. They were Cannon, Cantrell, and Dean. Dean Hilger. They were all state champions, NorCal state
Wow.
champions, under George Galley, whose job I took.
Okay.
And George left. But in the guys that I coached, I would have to say that's a toss-up between Jim Turman and Henry Harris. And I'm not taking away from anything from McDonald, but I didn't have him my last 3 years.
Yeah. And
And another one was Williams. Kent Williams graduated the same time McDonald graduated, or a year before McDonald.
okay. And Floyd Burnsed's a coach who had a ton of success while you were there. You were mentioning him.
Best coach ever went through Miramonte, Floyd Burnside. He should be coaching in the NFL today. Tremendous talent.
A lot of North Coast CIF titles
Oh.
under his tenure.
The program he developed at Miramonte, I never thought I'd see at a high school level.
I can wear
It was so well thought out, and
wolf in it. Black.
he turned that community around.
Very
They
interesting.
were
Anyway, you and I talked about it before today.
on a Division II on any level. They could compete with anybody.
And your favorite administrator you're mentioning, Bran Yates.
Brand Yates, the consummate administrator. Consummate administrator, a very talented man.
I think a lot of
And I would say also Bob Gilbert as an outstanding principal. Bran is a consummate administrator, and Bob is a wonderful principal.
So you retired in '97, and you have been up in Reading for a while now.
I've been in Reading now for, well, let's see, since 2000.
Okay.
So this is my 18th year up there.
Doing a lot of hunting.
I was in the beginning. I did some hunting and fishing, but not so much anymore.
All right.
I do a lot more reading now.
All right. Well, it's been great to catch up with you. I know everybody will love getting an update from you, and wish you well in your future. Go Mats.
Well, thank you.
I think I have